Hello, good day. How wonderful to be here today and having this opportunity to share some of my themes with you. Actually, it's not some of my themes, it's one theme, and the theme is resilience. My name is Ennio Senese. I'm the Group CEO of Oris Consulting Group, a consulting boutique in asset management, helping asset intensive companies navigating through the difficulties that belong to this times. Um, Let me start with a story. Just imagine a company in 2023 that found itself grappling with soaring energy costs due to geopolitical tensions, disruptive supply chains, and a workforce deeply affected by social unrest. This isn't really a dystopian future, it is our present. And today I would like to talk about how companies can build resilience in the face of multiple challenges, including the energy transition, social unrest, war, supply chain disruptions, digitalization. And I know this is not necessarily a topic that brings us great joy, but it's something that is part of our reality today and that we need to discuss. And the ways to address this, I would like to share some concepts and ideas with you about this. And it starts really with a resilience assessment. And the resilience assessment should take place throughout the entire value and supply chain. Now, allow me to dive into the context of what I would like to share with you. So, the geopolitical challenges. First of all, and by foremost, is the energy transition. The world is shifting to renewable energy sources, and that's driven by the need to combat climate change. However, this transition isn't really a smooth one. It involves substantial infrastructure changes, significant investment, and navigating a complex web of regulations. Companies are under pressure to reduce the ah shit, sorry.
Ga gewoon vanaf companies opnieuw starten. En dan dus.
Yeah, okay, I start again. Companies are under pressure to reduce their carbon footprints while ensuring energy security and affordability. And then, of course, we have social unrest and war. Social unrest, from protests to political instability, affects workforce stability and market conditions. Wars and conflicts disrupt global markets and create refugee crises. And this leads to sanctions and trade restrictions. The recent conflicts in Ukraine and the Middle East and many other countries have starkly illustrated those impacts. We then have supply chain disruptions. The pandemic of 2019, or started in 2019, highlighted the vulnerabilities in global supply chains. But the problem persists. Natural disasters, trade wars, logistical bottlenecks can cause delays, increase cost, and create uncertainty. The semiconductor shortage, for instance, has affected industries from automotive to electronics. The example that I always give is China and Taiwan. You know that the microchip company that produces 78% of all the microchips necessary in the world for any type of machine comes from Taiwan. I don't want to spell out the situation between China and Taiwan, but you know the vulnerability in that part of the supply chain by just thinking about it. So these challenges underscore a core issue: the need for resilience. Resilience in business is the ability to withstand, adapt to, and recover from disruptions. It is about more than just survival, it's about thriving in a volatile environment. Companies that lack, and also countries by the way, but companies that lack resilience face significant risk. Operational risk, meaning interruptions in production and services; financial risks, increased cost and reduced revenues; reputational risk, loss of customer trust and market share. So the approach that I have tried now and rolled out a couple of times, and that seems to work, is the first question is, how can companies become resilient? And the answer lies in a comprehensive resilience assessment across the entire value chain and supply chain. So the components of resilience assessments should be, first, value chain analysis. Evaluate each step from production to delivery. Identify critical processes and assets. Determine which parts of the value chain are most vulnerable. Supply chain analysis. Map out your supply chain in detail. Identify weak points, such as single source suppliers or region prone to disruption. Scenario planning. Prepare for various potential future states. Develop response strategies for different scenarios, from energy shortages to political upheavals. Once you have done that, we come to the point of implementation. So how would an implementation strategy look like? And implementing a resilience strategy involves a number of steps. The first one is identify the key assets and processes. Prioritize critical areas that are essentials for the operations. Assess risk and vulnerabilities. Use data and analytics to evaluate potential risks. Understand the likelihood and impact of different disruptions. You also have to have contingency plans, so you need to develop them. Create action plans for different scenarios. Ensure you have alternative suppliers, backup production facilities, and flexible logistic solutions. The fourth one is to continuously monitoring and adapt. Regularly update your strategies based on new information and changing conditions. Use technologies like AI and big data to enhance your monitoring and predictive capabilities. Of course, applying AI and digitalization and data can only be as good as the quality of your data. So please ensure that the quality of your data gives you sufficient confidence that it will generate finally the right level of intelligence, which allow you to prepare better. So there are some success stories in this already. I have been interviewing 14 CEOs, and the lack of deep understanding of the strategic impact of resilience, or lack of resilience, was astounding. But I also had 2 companies where we worked with, and basically they applied at an early stage some successful ways to mitigate the resilience challenge. A global tech company, for example, successfully navigated the energy transition by investing early in renewable energy projects and diversifying its energy sources. This is not only reducing its carbon footprint, but also stabilizing its energy cost. Another example is a consumer goods manufacturing company that had implemented a robust resilience assessment. During the period of an intense social unrest in this region, one of its key and in one of its key markets, it maintained operations by having contingency plans in place that included, among other solutions, alternative suppliers and flexible workforce arrangements. I could continue for another hour talking about and with stats and with graphs about resilience, and I can't say enough how important it is to be resilient in today's setting and to realize what it means to be resilient. Resilience is crucial in today's volatile world. By conducting a thorough resilience assessment, companies can identify vulnerabilities and prepare for disruptions and ensure they can adapt and thrive. As we look to the future, it is clear that resilient companies will not only survive but also seize the opportunities that arise from these challenges. Those that fail to adapt, may not withstand the pressures of an uncertain world. Now, allow me to leave you with a final thought. The future belongs to those who prepare for it today. The future belongs to those who prepare for it today. In a world of constant change, resilience isn't just a strategy. It is a vision for a future where companies can thrive despite adversity. Be that resilient company. Thank you.